What's up, guys? We're here with Max for another Tearlaments deck profile. Before we dive in, any shoutouts you want to give today?
Shout out to Pat behind the camera. Shout out to David, he's right there.
You got first place.
Shout out to Mr. Hong because he plays tier. And yeah, that's it.
We had like the longest game one. You guys will see that probably earlier
really
today.
long
It was pretty crazy, so definitely watch that duel. Before we dive into it, like, comment, subscribe, and well, let's show us the list.
So I played Tearlament, basically pure Tearlament. There's like no horse cards in there because I kind of just forgot to bring them. So this is what we're rolling with. We got one of each name, obviously, very standard. Wish you could play more, please Konami. 3 Rhino Hearts. Some lists play like 2 of this. I don't agree with that. I want to see this card as much as possible. You don't really have that many ways to mill cards these days, so just dumping the cards you want is great. That being said, 3 Tier Cash, 2 Fenrir, just, yeah, Tearlament cards. 2 honorary tier cards, which are just the shufflers. These cards are incredibly good this format. Having these engraved against any fire decks is just like, it feels so good.
Shuffle back Princess.
Feels very, very nice. And then for our other like fusion pieces, I have 3 Nessie. One of these could probably be like a Mothman or Jackalope or a Bigfoot or something. This is just all I had on me right now. But this is fine. Dark Aquas, you can make Garuba, you can make Kaleidheart. I played 3 Shadal names.
So you are playing the Aerial.
Yeah, I am playing the Aerial. I'm not playing Shadal Fusion anywhere, but this card is just like nice to have, right? I play Winda in the extra deck. Winda's just like a layer of protection that your opponent has to get over. It kind of forces them to go into battle phase just to get over it. So that's why I just like having a couple of Shadal names. This card is kind of a hindrance because it's a fire, so like your opponent can heat it, but like just being able to mill cards is great. Obviously draw one off piece is great. And then this banishing cards out of the graveyard instead of shuffling them back is what I really like it for. Which is ever sent to the graveyard, you banish like a Flamberge, a Garunix, to whatever you're feeling good. And I just have the Destiny Hero package, 2 Malleys, 1 Denier. This is just to help Link climb. And then the Night Sword Serpent, this just helps you make Bahamut Shark and Rework. So if it's sent to the graveyard, it just brings itself back. It's level 4 water, it's good. Spells and Traps, got 3 Planet, 3 Scream, very straightforward. I played 1 Grief. I don't know how I feel about this card. I like that when it's milled, you can add back a Banish Trap because a lot of the times you're banishing your Celic or your Meta Noise or whatever to summon your Tier Cash out. Yeah, the effect to summon from deck is like, it's cool. It's nice being able to tag out from like a Tier Cash into a Rhino Heart from deck. Like that kind of interaction is good. Then obviously any dark name just turns into a tier. It's cool. 2 Foolishes. This one's like a lot less good now that we don't have like the millers. But obviously just sending whatever card you want is pretty good. 3 Super Poly for non-engine, 2 Talents for non-engine. This is basically the only non-engine I play. I think it's all you really need. You just kind of power through boards with your engine. Then I played 2 Celic, 1 Meta Noise, 1 Trivia Karma.
Pretty standard, 40 cards? Or?
Yeah, it's, I believe 40 or 41. I think 41 actually. But yeah, 2 Celic. I'd maybe even play 3. Celic's just so freaking good. You want to see it as much as possible. Yeah, that's like one of the only few changes I think I'd make. Besides maybe switching out one of the dangers, but yeah. For the extra deck, since we're not playing King of the Swamp, our fusions are very limited. It's just 1 Kaleido, 1 Dangerous, Winda, Dragospelli, Garuba, my Dragon. Obviously these 3 kind of work in tandem together. They're like super poly targets. The Winda just to slow your opponent down, Dangerous to help make Beatrice, and then Kaleidheart is most important card of your extra deck. I've even considered playing a second copy because if this like gets sent to graveyard and you don't have a way to put it back, it can be pretty bad for your grind game. XYZs, I played a Beatrice, a Dweller, Redoer, Bahamut, Toad, and a Zeus. Nothing too surprising here. Dweller's fantastic this format. Yeah, and then 3 Links, SP, Sprint, Dark. This hasn't really changed. I was thinking of playing like a Selene access code package. But obviously you need the horse cards for that to bring back your spellcaster. So that's what we're working with for right now.
You ever think of like leaving an IP on the field maybe? And like IP plus like a
you could.
Tier Cash?
You definitely could.
I don't see a Typhon in there either.
Yeah, there's Typhon on the side deck. But still, you definitely can play an IP or just like play more links if you want to. Tearlament can basically act as a link deck perfectly fine, right? You don't fusion summon that much anymore. Like you get your 3 fusions off like maybe once in every couple games. Yeah, so extra deck or side deck, sorry, 3 Nib, 3 Droll, 3 Cosmic, 3 Droplets.
Very
good hand traps, going
yeah.
second, board breaking cards. This is basically a board breaker. It's OP as shit, this format. I play 1 call by just because, 1 crime for going first, and then 1 Typhon just for the mashups that it's good against, things like Branded, things like Voiceless Voice that they play into it, like it can be pretty devastating.
What do you cut
yeah.
out for the Typhon when you're swapping it out?
Usually, if this isn't very good in mashups, then I can just take that out. Zeus I can also take out if I think, especially if I make Zeus against my opponent already, they're gonna know that it's coming, so I can just like switch this out, put this in, right? Because most of the time they're not gonna let you get to Zeus again. Or I just take out this because like going second, this doesn't really do anything. So
Fair enough, fair enough.
yeah.
Anything that you'd consider changing like completely, or?
I think the Horus cards are still really good. Zombie Vampire is a really good card. Definitely play those. I just don't have them on me. Unless you go to the Slain Access Code package just so you push for game a lot easier in case like your mills are dog shit, because with Tearlaments, it's still a big Gambit deck. You're still relying pretty heavy on your mills. However, if you get lucky, then you can still mill quite a bit. So yeah.
Yeah, and the horse cards do facilitate that a lot. Well,
Yeah, a lot. But
thank
yeah.
you for the deck profile, and hopefully see you again soon.
Thanks, man.